Shooters, welcome back to the Shooters Bay. This is Cooter. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys my home defense setup. This is my idea home defense setup. This is defense setup number one. This is my primary home defense setup. This is it right here. Now I do have a backup home defense setup. I'll show you that in a minute. But this is what I use on a regular basis to defend my home with. Okay, let's start with the Fortress secured gun box. Notice I didn't say gun safe. This is a secured gun box. This is an awesome nightstand gun box. It has 3 to 4 different ways to get into it. You got these little keys here. You have a key, and you also have some RFID options, a little card and like a little disc to get into this. It also has a nice little alarm feature, just in case you got little kids in the house that like to poke around with things. If they get the code wrong, it's very loud. It's also tamper resistant. If you try to move it or jar it real hard, it'll go off if you got the alarm set. Very nice pistol box. You can fit 2 to 3 full-size pistols in here with magazines in this box. Okay. First line of defense is my Canik TP9 V2, chambered at 9mm, 18 round. So you're getting 17 plus 1, 18 total. Let me see. Let me just check that, because I think it's oops. The mag is in, but the gun is not hot, guys. So you're getting 18. So you're getting 19 rounds. So you're getting 18 plus 1 on that. It has the Defendtech weapon light with the laser light combo. The laser isn't really all that on here, but it's good enough for hitting something the size of a human. Okay, it's not good for target shooting, but you can line up a good shot on something the size of a human with this laser, no problem. Okay, the laser, again, not that big of a deal, but the light, that's a must for a self-defense gun. I'm sorry, a home defense gun. Howard Light, noise cancellation earmuffs, earphones, whatever you want to call them. These are awesome because these will drown out like really obnoxious louds like gun blast. It'll quiet it down, make it acceptable, and it will amplify background noise. So this will help you hear movement in your house if you remember to slide these on. These are awesome. I recommend these next to the bedside. And if you remember, I know the adrenaline is pumping and you're scared and you got somebody in your house, you might not remember this, but if you can, slip these on. They're going to help you. A trauma kit and first aid kit for dealing with, just in case you or somebody in your home get hit, you want to be able to deal with that until help can show up. Get a trauma kit, or you could build one. You could take an existing first aid kit and add tourniquets and some other things to make your own homemade trauma kit, or you can buy one ready-made like this. This is a really nice one. I think I said like 3 times I'm going to do a video on this trauma kit, and I didn't get around to it, but it's coming this week. 12-gauge pump-action shotgun. This is probably the holy grail of home defense. This is the Maverick 88. It holds 5 in the tube. I have a side saddle with 5 more. I have a True Glow fiber optic sight on the front. I have the side saddle with the rail. I have a acid tactical light on the top. I had a red dot. I took it off. The red dot wasn't necessary for this shotgun, so I just took that off, and I'm going to use it for something else. Very nice light. It has a pressure switch, but I decided not to go with the pressure switch. It's easy for me to just hit this light to turn it on, just like that. Again, this is the Maverick 88 pump action 12-gauge shotgun. How I load my shotgun for home defense, I do birdshot, double up buck, birdshot, double up buck, and then I'll do a slug at the end just in case. So that's how I load my 12-gauge shotgun. Right now it's all bird shots on the side saddle, but how I actually load it, that's how I load it. So this is Cooter's. This is my primary home defense setup. These are the tools that I use to defend the home front with. Now, like I said, this is the primary setup, and this is the setup that I'm using right now. I am considering running another setup, and I'm going to show you what that setup is. You probably already know. Put them on the table. Now I'm going to show you. A Glock, whether it be a Glock 19 or a Glock 17, in the FX9 pistol. Both of these are chambered in 9mm. Both of these accept the same magazine. So this is a perfect setup for home defense. Now, the 9mm coming out of this carbine is going to be it's going to travel faster, and it's going to give you a little bit more power, a little bit more kick coming out of this than it is coming out the short barrel of this gun. So don't think your 9mm is going to hit the same coming out of this Glock as it is this FX9. It's not. It's going to hit a little harder coming out of this. So this is a setup that I'm definitely considering for home defense. But as it stands right now, this is my primary setup right here. Okay? So this is Cooter. Just showing you guys my home defense setup, what I use to defend the home front. It's a good setup. I don't think I really have to worry about too much in terms of over penetration. Guys, I'll be honest with you, just about anything will over penetrate. You have to be wary of your backstop. You have to know what kind of construction you're living in. If you live in one of these newer constructions that was built within the last, I'm going to say 20, 30 years, maybe 40 years, the walls are probably paper thin. And if you shoot a 22, it's probably going to over penetrate. But if you live in an older house that's probably at least 70, 80 years old, you're probably going to stand a better chance with over penetration. But I think just about anything will over penetrate. So if you worry too much about over penetration, you're not going to come up with a good plan to work around it. Don't be so paranoid about over penetration. It can happen, but you can't let that deter you from setting up a plan to defend your home. 9mm can definitely over penetrate. Probably the safest thing on this table right here is birdshot, but sometimes birdshot may not put down the person depending on what they're wearing. You just never know. That's why I have it staggered: birdshot, double-aught buck, birdshot, double-aught buck. 9mm I think is a pretty good round for home defense, but again, just know your backstop. That little holdout space in your home, I hope that you picked a good spot. That's probably at the rear of the home, so your backstop is probably facing probably not your neighbor's house or a house directly across the street from you. That's what I'm saying, guys. Rehearse your plan in your home. Know where your backstop is. Know where everybody's going to go in case the home is invaded, and just plan it. If you plan it, you know what your backstops are. You know where those bullets are going to travel. If they miss the target, do you know where that bullet's going to end up? Just be wary of that. That's what I'm saying. Come up with a plan for your home defense, and don't worry about over penetration. Worry about ways to deal with it and work around it, and know where the backstops are to set up a good plan to deal with it. So this is Cooter. This is my home defense plan. Hopefully it give you a couple ideas on what you can use for home defense. But also remember, a good home defense is just as good as the home offense. So security system, bright lights, good door locks. If you got a dog. That's it. Make your home very unattractive on the outside. Security system, signage on the lawn, bright motion detected lights, and if they decide they want to come in, just be ready. This is Cooter. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.